Video number 96. We're getting close to 100. Using the matrix inverse to solve an investment allocations problem. Let's take a look. Press pause if you need to read this, but basically we have a low risk account that pays 4% per year, a higher risk account that pays 14% per year on average. Client 1 wants to try to make 12% on their money. Client 2 wants to make this. Client 3 wants to make this much. Now, what we're going to do is set up a system of equations. The amount of money thrown into account number 1 plus the amount of money thrown into account number 2, we're going to call that K1. In this case, K1 would have been 20,000. In this case, K1 would have been 50,000. All right. 4% of the investment into account number 1 plus 14% of the amount of money put into account number 2 will equal the interest earned on that account. So 2,400 would have been K2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this system of equations, put it into a matrix. There's the coefficients, 1, 1, 0.04, 0.14, right there. X, matrix X is X1 and X2, and matrix B is K1 and K2. So therefore, we can say that matrix A times matrix X equals matrix B, and therefore X equals A inverse times B. So now what we're going to do is we are going to, bam, get the calculator out. So let's do that. And we are going to do A inverse times B. Alright. So, we press second X inverse button, which is the matrix menu. We're going to edit. We're going to throw in a 2 by 2, and we are going to put in the first matrix A, 1, 1, 0.04, 0.14. You just type in each one and press enter. Then we're going to go in and edit matrix B. That's going to be client number 1. They want to make 20,000. I'm sorry, they want to make 2,400 on their $20,000 investment. All right. Then we're going to edit matrix C. We're going to use that as client 2. All right. And then we're going to edit matrix D. That is client number 3. There we go. So let's go ahead and solve that problem right there by typing in, alright, go second mode, which is quit. It gets you to the main screen. We're going to press second X inverse to get to the matrix menu. We're going to press enter on names A. Bam. Then we want inverse. So we are going to press the X to the -1 button next to the sign. Bam. That is inverse. That's matrix inverse A. Times, actually you don't need to put the times, but we can go ahead and do that. Times matrix B. So go back to the matrix menu, go to B, press enter, and then press enter one more time. This tells us that we should put $4,000 of the client's money into investment 1 and 16 into investment number 2. Alright, and then we do the same thing, except we're going to do client number 2, which we put in as matrix C. Bam, they should put 25,000 into each account. And then for client 3, we're going to change this to a D. Now, how did I do this little shortcut, by the way? Second enter. It types in the last thing that you just did, which is pretty sweet because you don't have to type it all in again. Matrix D, bam! We're going to put 70,000 into account number 1 and 30,000 into account number 2. Any questions or concerns? Please send me an email. Good times.